Now, this would be the story of the goldfish. The goldfish were originally won at a carnival. And when we did that, we did not have any fish equipment whatsoever. In fact, I thought it would not be all that hot of an idea, but my wife thought it'd be an excellently great idea because she did it when she went to a carnival when she was a child, and it was a great experience. And in the back of my mind, I'm just thinking, you know how much it costs to deal with these certain things when you're not ready to deal with them, especially when you haven't done the research. You really should do research on the animals that you plan to buy instead of just buying them and sticking them in the tank. Because I learned a lot about goldfish. Like, for one, well, I'll start here. So we get the goldfish home. We don't have a bowl for them, so we put them in a big glass, almost pot looking thing. And they stay in there for about a day. Then we take them and we switch them again. Now, the whole time, this is going on. At the time, nobody knows about proper water changes and dechlorinating the water and all this other stuff. So, um, went out, got a fish bowl, filled it up with water, stuck the fish in it. Next day, fish dead. When you don't want your daughters to come upstairs and be like, "Oh, my fish that I just named is dead." So I go to Myers, grab some feeder goldfish to make them happy. And they were so small, and they were only a few centipedes. And I was like, well, this just seems like, the fixer plan. This will fix everything. And it doesn't fix anything. Because we get a fish bowl, 3 goldfish, and they were so small. It was like, well, the white clouds, they're not that expensive, and the mollies, they aren't that expensive, and all of these fish were way smaller when we got them. Even the platies were the size of a pinky nail, but they weren't in the mix just yet. So the goldfish quickly get big, too big to be in a bowl. So I get a 20-gallon tank. Within 2 months, maybe 3, they start outgrowing the 20-gallon tank. The white clouds got just a little bit bigger. The orange minnows got a little bit bigger. The mollies pretty much stayed the same size. But the goldfish just kept getting bigger. So, I'm in the midst of the whole time, I'm in the midst of doing this and researching this, that, and the other. Come to find out they can get up to um, a foot to 18 inches long, depending on the breed of goldfish you're dealing with, because they're cousins to the koi. Didn't know that. Didn't have plans for that. And all of a sudden now the wife is saying, "Oh, well, they're so big, we'll just put them in a pond in the backyard." I'm like, that's more money that I don't necessarily want to spend or invest in. Like, nobody else is cleaning out these fish tanks, doing water changes, changing or cleaning the filters. No one else is doing this. Not my daughters, not my wife. It's just me. I mean, I'm entertained by the fish. I mean, I would have been more entertained if I thought they weren't going to get any bigger. The white one is big enough to literally take out of the water, smack in the head, and pan fry. So that's the story of how we ended up. Oh, and now the final tank that they're in now, this is a 30-gallon tank. And as you can see, 30 gallons is not big enough for 3 goldfish. I believe, how's it put? You want like 20 or 30 gallons for your first goldfish, and then 5 gallons or something for every additional fish. Yeah, right. So I definitely know this isn't going to do it for too much longer with them at the rate that they're growing. Anyway, so that's the story of how I got the goldfish, and I'm still not sure what to do with them. So if anybody got any ideas, maybe a nice price in which they would like to pick them bad boys up from me, leave it in the comment section. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you next video.